Well, let's get back to the conversation now. When you have the ruling party in the country having so large a number of infighting from one state to the other, you find a lawmaker, federal lawmaker, perhaps a senator, bickering with the governor, who is perhaps seen as the leader of the party. This happens in several states that the APC controls in Nigeria presently. A lot of people have said, look, the decision of the president to appoint Senator Bola Tinubu as the mediator and the man who is supposed to reconcile all the aggrieved members is a very right one. But the man has come forward to say, I'm being sabotaged. Another senator has come forward to say, there is sabotage in the APC. Senator Ayu is a governorship hopeful in Ekiti State and a former senator. Is a chieftain of the APC, giving us insight into what is happening in his party and perhaps the way forward. Senator Arishe, tonight, the APC National Caucus will be meeting and perhaps face-to-face with those of some of those who are fighting in the party, and tomorrow there will be a NEC meeting. If you are the leader of the party, perhaps the president who should be chairing the meeting of tomorrow, what do you think will be the first thing to do in this situation?
I believe there's an opportunity to call everybody together. And since they're all in Abuja, it's a good opportunity for Mr. President to work with Asiwaju and assist him in talking to many of these personalities that we feel are at the center of some of these controversies. If the president can talk to the chairman of the party and the Asiwaju, and they will have a common ground to understand what the president wants. He wants peace in this party, and has appointed somebody that he feels has the capacity and the goodwill to bring this to a reasonable conclusion with the warring factions in the party. And of course, the chairman of the party has come forward to say he's interested in working with the Asiwaju and that he's not sabotaging the process. But of course, all these, you have disagreements here and there, and Mr. President has the unique opportunity to ensure that he allows the person he has given the assignment to do the job that he has assigned him to do by speaking with the party and the Asiwaju on this matter. Because on the one hand, the party chairman maybe will be looking at this as part of his own responsibility. But I don't think it's time now for us. We know there's a problem that could cause a larger problem. We have an election coming in. So this problem needs to be nipped in the bud right now. All the warring factions in the party, the governors, the senators, they should all understand that it's the progress of the party that should be paramount at this point in time. And anything that one needs to sacrifice to ensure that the party comes on top in 2019 election will be welcome for every one of us who are members of the ruling party. And I think every political party has skirmishes at one time or the other. But because we are the ruling party, and Mr. President stands there as a father figure to everyone, I think his word should be sufficient for those people that are warring at this point in time. And I believe...
Senator, if I may quickly butt in, please.
Capable in bringing,
if I may quickly butt in here, Senator, the kind of things that are happening in the party, especially the relationship between the legislature and the executive, some members of your party had criticized the presidency and his role in party politics, that perhaps the president had not really been on top of the game in the manner in which they have handled the relationship with the legislature, and the senator had said that there is disloyalty on the side of some federal lawmakers. How difficult is this situation on the party's hand?
Well, it's a very difficult one, but I think all things being equal, the senators will still have to work with the party. And the future of every elected official is anchored on the success of the party. So I think the legislators must find a common ground to work with Mr. President to ensure that the party succeeds. There is no doubt that the kind of feelers we are getting from the National Assembly is not really the norm. They should support their party, they should support the policies of the party, and they should support the president fully. That does not mean that the president cannot be criticized. But when it comes to a decision that is germane to the survival of the party and survival of democracy, I believe the party should take should be the only reason why a decision should be taken at this point in time. Because if you begin to take actions, for example, the most controversial now is the arrangement of the elections, which Senator Adamu is describing as sabotage. But I believe with understanding, with discussions, I don't see any reason why the executive and the legislature cannot discuss before this vital policy goes to the houses.
All right. Maybe on this point, I think we will anchor Senator Arishe, and quickly I want you to intervene on this matter. A lot of people say, especially even critics within your party, say, look, the party is treading on a very dangerous line in the sense that looking towards the 2019 elections and what is happening in the party, there are fears that your party may just be working against itself. Perhaps will lose the election in 2019. But if you looking at it politically speaking, would you advise the president to seek re-election for 2019?
Well, I'm a very biased person to ask that question because I believe in what the president is doing. We need to sanitize this economy. We need to work very hard on corruption in this country. And those are the things that Mr. President campaigned on, and that has been the major thing that we see that is achieving. Even his mere presence, his name stands for integrity. And of course, we cannot expect that there will be no fight. If we continue the way we were running this nation, where everybody merely thinks more of his pocket than the common good of everyone in the country, we will not last too long.
All right. I think that's a very good point for us to anchor. Senator Ayu Arishe, former senator and a governorship hopeful in Ekiti State. Thank you so much for your time. We look ahead to the party's meeting tonight, the National Caucus meeting, and of course, the National Executive Council meeting, NEC meeting tomorrow. That's where we say goodbye on the program tonight, everyone. Many thanks for being part of the program. I'm Sean Wakimbale. Bye-bye.